Negotiating the better rates for new owner operators takes persistence and strategic planning. So we're going to jump right into it and tell you how to get it done. All right, so number one is going to be building a strong relationship with the brokers. I mean, how important is that, do you think, Mike?
I think it is, like, to a degree, it can be very important. At the same time, it can be not as important. It just depends how you look at it. If you look at it from a fleet perspective, it is very important. If you look from a solo one-truck army type of trucking company, I think is a lot less important. I think for the most part, you're not going to be able to take advantage of a relationship. As a matter of fact, there is a lot more for you to lose in that than to win. Because as a one-man army, your chances of developing that relationship is slim to none. Because even if you're gonna go above and beyond and work with one individual enough to where he starts recognizing you as a person or business worth doing business with, you just not enough volume of loads for a strong brokerage to even recognize you. That's the challenge. However, you always want to provide a good service, because at the end of the day, even as an owner-operator, as a solo owner-operator running your own authority, you may not have all those fancy tools to make notes on every single broker.
No, but
the broker will have tools to mark your performance in their books. So the next time you calling, let's say, same brokerage company, just different guy, we will have access on your record. We will see how you performed during the last load.
So that's the real value. The real value, guys, is going to be start by working with multiple brokers, because it's going to give you an idea of where the market really is. And not just that, it's exposing you to different customers, and anything could pop off at that time. Like, you might just stumble onto something that turns out to be a good product for, who knows, for a little bit of time, just to get you through that starting patch. And then you're on to bigger and better, but you always want to be shopping around through multiple brokers and make that a definite practice. There's always talk about knowing the market rates. Like, how important is that? And what's the best way somebody could self-teach themselves what the rates are this week right now?
Well, at the end of the day, once you're gonna really dive deep into that, freight market, you're either gonna just, I don't know, can you call that an instinct? Because for me, it's almost that. Like, it's, I don't know how. Like,
but I think it's because you're doing it so often, it just becomes like second nature. So yeah. I guess you got to jump in and throw yourself and get submersed into it.
Yeah. So one thing that I can tell you for sure, like, if you not, like, let's say if you know that you're gonna be in Atlanta on Tuesday, right? If you're not making at least 20 phone calls to check on the different rates, going different areas, to negotiate with a couple of different brokers, customers, you're not working hard enough. You need to be very aggressive. As a matter of fact, if you only have one truck to cover, which is yourself, man, like, I would start at, like, if we need to put a number, how many phone calls before 50 phone calls, we'll probably do it.
Yeah.
And even if you're just researching the market, that's another tip that I can add to any, like, inexperienced dispatcher or owner operator who is just starting. Always, if you know that you're gonna be in Atlanta on Tuesday, and let's say it's still Friday, you will not be able to get a very good understanding about what the rates are going to be on the Tuesday if you're gonna start searching for Tuesday loads on Friday, because all those customers and brokers, we still have plenty of times to cover that load.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
wait.
we're gonna lowball you. So in order to really understand what's it going to be like on Tuesday, you gotta post that truck as if it is today, and make with 50 phone calls based on the truck that theoretically is there today.
Right.
And then you're gonna kind of like, by the time you're gonna make it till Tuesday, you're gonna know exactly what time it is. You're gonna have a very good understanding what the market is, what you can get, to go where, and to do what.
So remember, we're talking about the habits that you have to have in order to get the best rates that are out there for all those new owner operators coming into the field. All right, so another one is adding that personal touch. I get it, you're a one-man army. What is something that you can do differently in order to distinguish yourself from everybody else? Something as simple as send a loaded picture to your broker. boom, something so simple. But is everybody doing that? Absolutely not.
No, not everybody is doing that. That's for sure. I think doing that can help you a lot. However, any fleet, by doing that, will automatically gonna start benefiting off that. Automatically, right away, we're gonna start seeing the difference. The same customers that we worked with before are gonna be more happy to do business with them because it's gonna be actually something that we're gonna feel right away. As a one-man army, like I have my buddy, he is because of where he lives in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
There is some shipper right next door to him shipping seeds. That's a seasonal product, and they just happen to do a lot of those seeds as an outbound load out of Illinois. He's been doing that for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
We just now start recognizing him.
Like, hey, we've seen you around, I think.
Yes, and he is doing that on almost weekly basis, but he's a one-man army, so there is not enough volume.
Right, yeah.
So you will be going towards the uphill battle if you're shooting for recognition, but regardless, one load or 100 loads, pretend that every load is your most important customer ever. And if you're gonna be diligent, if you're gonna follow the special instructions, if you're gonna go above and beyond with updates, and I know a lot of owner-operators are find it annoying, and I agree. Sometimes it can be annoying, especially those after-hours tracking people. Man, that's freaking bullshit nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't even think we need that information, but sometimes we just call to find out.
It's just somebody there punching a button, man.
Yes, we're just following stupid policy that the people that have nothing to do with what you're doing created. However, just be diligent. You arrived at the shipper, shoot an email, a phone call, a message to the broker. Hey, at the shipper, load it. Here's the picture of a load. Here's the picture of a seal. ETA, any delays, communicate up front, be on time, and then once you deliver, send a picture of a cargo, send a picture of a signed bill, let them know that it has been delivered, and man, you will be on the top performing carrier.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.
I have seen the broker being above their budget to impress the customer with a carrier that we know will go above and beyond.
There you go. It happens all the time, guys.
Yep.
So we got to understand the load details, and why this is important is because there's plenty of information on that Raycon that's going to tell you whether this is really a good load or not. Because even though the financials look pretty good on it, if certain details on that Raycon are not in your favor, that's what we call a predatory Raycon, and you probably shouldn't be hauling it because it's going to backfire on you. So sometimes you can negotiate them to take the verbiage off. And if you're successful, now it becomes a good load. So pay attention to that.
Yeah, also, you are way more useful to the industry, to the cause by negotiating hard and by pushing, the principal points, rather than finding yourself in a bad situation and now arguing with broker or customer over special instructions. I would say even if like you're talking to some broker or the shipper, and you don't want to do the load for the amount of money that we're willing to pay, still give them the rate. Give them some bullshit made up rate, like the rate that you would love to do it for, that you already know we're not going to give you.
Yeah. Because you kind of jumped over 2 of these bad boys, but that's right. You have to be able to ask, guys. If you don't ask, you're never going to get.
Yes.
So you have to aim high because it's only down from there, right?
And also as a community in trucking, if you just keep calling around and get those low ball rates, and you just frustrated out of your mind and just hating your life, That's not helping you. That's not helping the cause. That's not helping any other owner-operators or any other carriers. Just be professional. And if somebody is trying to lowball you, let's say whatever, you want to get, let's say, $2 a mile for this lane, but realistically, you're probably going to be at about $1.80, but somebody is trying to get it done for $1.50. No, I'm not doing that for $1.50. Give them like, hey, I can do it for $2. And we're going to say probably no, but at the end of the day, now you're pushing the agenda. Yeah. Now that broker in their books are marking, okay, this carrier asked for $2. So that means that if there is enough of us asking for higher numbers, the numbers will naturally gonna go up.
Yeah, that way, you shouldn't be scared of turning down like unreasonable freaking offers.
Or even reasonable. If it doesn't fit your needs, if it doesn't fit your business model, if it doesn't fit your schedule, I say, no, nobody's going to get offended if you cannot do a load. As a matter of fact, even if you get a predatory rate confirmation with all the charges and fees and those horror freaking stories,
yeah,
it is like policy at Voyager here. Like, no, you call the broker and you tell him, look, man, that's against company policy. We cannot do this load because of this, and this. You can take it off the rate confirmation, and then we would be more than happy to do it, or take us off the load.
So you always got to be prepared to walk away.
But in civilized manner, like in professional, civilized manner.
Obviously, so like, if you've been listening along and like you're taking these steps and you got to know when to walk away, but you got to be prepared that you got to turn down some of these loads.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. And all of this combined is going to help you build that reputation. And how important is your reputation out there, especially with like Carrier 411 and all their crazy nonsense going on right now?
I think it is very important. Again, it is, there is good and bad. Like, for example, it's much harder for you to build a reputation as a, let's say, one-man army or one truck, because again, the volume is going to be so little, like nobody gonna know you for a long time, even if you do a lot of freight for them, based on your business size. It's very easy for a larger fleet to get, to know at any brokerage company right away. Because you're coming from a big fleet and you're like, okay, booking 20 loads a day. So right away, that's a significant amounts of money.
Yeah.
And then if that fleet does very well, it's very easy to build the name, but also because there is so many people involved, it's also very easy to burn that name. So the solo army, like army of one truck, it's gonna be a longer road to build that business phase. But you're also gonna be a lot more able to control it and protect it, and nobody can fuck it up but you.
Yeah, because I believe that consistency is gonna be king here. You got to be available to go to work. So even though the reputation, others aren't seeing it, your business is feeling it. Because if you're going to follow these key factors and you're going to be available and you're going to do your best business practices forward, you're always going to be making some money. You're always going to be pushing forward and making a difference for your business. Now, if your reputation is to kick back every single load and all of that, yeah, nobody's going to maybe know who you are. But what happens to your cash flow for your company? It's going to go to that. It's going to tank. It's going to bottom out.
Yeah, that's a very painful question that there is, like people are getting very, very worked up and excited about talking about this. But at the end of the day, that's just part of doing business.
Yeah, so be consistent, be available, and you got to move your truck around in order to generate some cash flow. So those are some key tactics that you can do in order to get the best rates that are out there for those new owner operators. So for more information like this, please give me a call at 863-342-5171.
Also, please like, subscribe, and share this video with friends that you know that could benefit from this information.
Here we go.
All right, guys, take care.
Drive safe.